Welcome to another episode of Built for Life, brought to you by SIMW Auto Connection Ford. Now, my name is JJ. I'm your host. Last episode, we had the privilege of speaking to owners of the next generation Ford Ranger. They sat down, they spoke about their experience, they spoke about what is so exciting about the car, and they racun you. But today, as promised, we've got an expert who's going to teach you how you can leverage off the technology within the next generation Ford Ranger so that you can go out and try and be an expert as well, but under guidance, of course. So put your hands together for my guest, Adian Yein. How are you, buddy?
Hey man, nice to meet you.
So, Adian, for the people who don't know you, you've been in the motorsport scene for a long time, but when did you start? And what age did you start?
I started racing probably my mid-20s, so I'm not some trust fund kid.
Yes.
I started working, used my own money. Then kind of got really into it and got tagged into starting up motorsports department for one of the manufacturers.
Yeah.
And then left and started doing my own motor racing series.
Right.
Until this very day. Recently kind of picked up superbike racing and supermoto racing. So I got bored of cars. But I've done a bit of everything really, off-road, rallying.
So basically anything with
sorts.
engine and wheels, you're into.
Snowboard, I surf.
Okay, anything that goes fast.
Anything that's fun. Yeah.
Nice.
This thing behind me.
And you've done things with the thing behind you. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we did the original launch, which was last year.
Yep.
And we also did a lot of other driving activities, even pre-pandemic with the previous version. You can see that there's a huge improvement between the first gen and the second gen.
So let's start with, you said the earlier generation, the new generation. You've been through the evolution of it all. What's the difference when it comes to the older and the newer? Give me more details, man.
Well, if we're just talking about the Raptor, you can't miss that big V6 engine with 397 horsepower. And that's the thing that's getting everyone excited. Bigger is better.
Yeah.
More powerful. Twin turbo is better than one.
True.
But they also have, as you know, just reintroduced the 2-liter diesel version as well. And it's not to be looked down upon because it's obviously just a small difference in price, but a lot of difference in real world capability and usability. The 2-liter diesel was also offered in the previous generation. Yeah, so it's been updated a bit here and there, but generally it's the same reliable, economical 2-liter bi-turbo diesel engine.
True. Let's look back at the past 4-wheel drives. For the young'uns who don't understand, last time when someone wants to switch to 4-wheel drive, first, get out of car, go to wheel, unlock.
Is this before Flintstones or after?
Before Flintstones. So you unlock the wheel, then go back, change to 4-wheel or 2-wheel, and then go out, lock it back. Oh my God.
Yeah, lots of backwards and forwards, and you need to get the freewheeling hubs locked in, as you were saying, and to unlock them as well was a bit of a nuisance. Of course, that changed.
Yep.
I think about 15, give or take 20 years ago, they started introducing automatic locking hubs.
Correct.
And then they got smart, and then they started locking the center differentials, the forward drive system. You can shift it on the fly as well.
The amount of things you can do, but you have to know what you can do. You cannot just switch it whenever you want, right?
So the Raptor comes with the 4A automatic 4-wheel drive system.
Yep.
So it does the automatic switching for you and decides what is best
Right.
for the given road condition.
When you say given road conditions in the 4-wheel, some people don't understand how technology helps you from slipping off the road. And what you mean by 4-wheel drive is better than 2-wheel drive, and I don't get it. So please help those who don't understand.
Best way to put it is like this. Humans are bipedal, right?
Yes.
It's like almost like 2-wheel drive.
Yeah.
But we don't have that the traction really.
Yeah.
So when you have all 4 tires clawing at the tarmac or the sand or the mud,
Yep.
obviously the more surface area the tires are getting, the more grip, then the better it's going to be as compared to just two.
So now we understand what the four-wheel drive can do for you. But let's clear one thing first. Some people are like, oh, it's raining, let's put four-wheel drive.
No.
Okay, why?
Yeah.
Why? Maybe people don't understand why.
So there's a difference between all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. So all-wheel drive, it's where the drivetrain was built to be able to run all four tires always at the same time. But if you switch a normal truck into four-wheel drive on the tarmac, there's too much grip. That's a simple way to put it. And if you keep on doing that, you're going to bust your center gearbox because it does not have the center differential like an all-wheel drive transmission has. The Raptor has what we mentioned just now, that for a four-wheel drive system. So it's the intelligent four-wheel drive system. As I said, it senses when it needs to get that extra traction and switches automatically into four-wheel drive. And when it senses that we don't need it anymore, it just goes back to two-wheel drive.
There is this thing called the terrain management system.
Yep.
I'm even afraid to say it, but do explain it to me. What's that?
Yeah. It will change how the power is delivered and the amount of slip in the tires and how much torque or even sensitivity of the throttle based on the different terrain setting you put based on the terrain you're driving in. What makes the Raptor brilliant, and I'm sad to say it may be wasted on many other owners out there. I'm just not saying you're not. Just saying that they're not gonna be able to fulfill the capabilities of the Raptor if you don't go off-road. Yeah. Really. So the Raptor has a special mode, which is the Baja mode.
Okay.
If you don't know what the Baja is, it's a very American thing. The Baja runs on the Baja Peninsula in Mexico, California. Starts at Tijuana. It's just 1,000 miles non-stop. And you're just kind of like loping along in deserts and sand and mud. So the Baja mode in the Raptor allows you to drive like a hooligan off-road. Yeah, so it provides you enough grip to go forward at a fast pace, but enough slip so you can like get to drift it and stuff like that. So you want more fun, swap it to 2H in Baja and you really get some weird yaw angles. A lot of fun. So that's what's special about the Raptor.
There you go. So the Baja mode, if you want to know how to spell Baja, is Baja, like Baju.
Baju.
But it's Baja.
Baja. There is a rock crawl setting as well. So because when you go over big boulders, so it desensitizes, it makes the throttle less sensitive.
Oh, because you...
Yeah, so instead of leaping from rock throttle, you kind of just crawl over the rocks.
The Raptor has a 360 camera. When you say 360, what do you mean by 360? In case,
Well, obviously there's cameras hidden in different parts of the truck. It's 360, so you can see the terrain all around you.
Right.
Now, this is important because sometimes there could be a parit la, longkang la, and you want to know exactly where it is so that your front tire does not drop into it. You can also then switch into separate individual camera views. So just say you want to just see the front.
Right.
Now, why would you just want to see the front? Not to see the backside of someone in front of you, but if you're climbing a steep slope, right? So you're not going to see anything.
Exactly.
So you turn that camera on and it can see right in front of the bumper and you actually still, even though you're looking at the sky, but you'll see exactly what's going on in front of you here. Now that's important because again, if it's a narrow slope that you're climbing and there's, precipitous edges on the side, it's steep, you don't want to fall off. And I think I'm going in the right direction, but I can't tell because that,
there's
2 foot
but
bonnets
sky
in front of me. And you can look into that camera and see you can place where the car you want it to be.
What is trail mode per se?
You bring up the off-road terrain view, and then there's a hill descent control button or trail button. You press that, and only the Raptor has this, mind you. And you can set the speed with which you want to traverse that terrain. Right. So if you set it at say 5 km/h, foot off the brake, foot off the accelerator, all you have to hold the steering wheel, and the car will drive at 5 km/h for you. It makes off-roading much more accessible, enjoyable.
All you need to do is be able to turn the steering wheel.
Yeah.
And press buttons on the screen. That's it.
All good. All good. It is amazing. It's an amazing bit of technology. What the Raptor has. Do we need it? Is that your question?
It sounds like a lot of bright, shiny lights. Do we need it all?
The purists don't like it.
Yeah.
And they'll say, why do I need this? How can I trust it? First of all, this is technology that's been used in passenger cars. Everything starts with luxury cars. First, 20 years ago, it comes down. So by now, it's all proven. They're all warranted. They're all tested, and they're very durable. So you really don't have to worry about these things. But even on a personal note, as I said, remember, I do a lot of driving with this and a lot of events for prospects, and we just hammer the cars and treat them like rubbish. And it just takes it, and the electronics just take it, no problem at all. They'll never fail. First gen Raptors, which are 3, 4, 5 years old now, and they're still going along fine when all their train management systems work perfectly.
Ooh, okay. What's your most favorite feature? I know you said it's important and all that. What's your most favorite, like yours, like, this is the one I love the Raptor for most?
There are many. Everything I spoke about, as I said, is what makes the Raptor brilliant.
Yeah.
And each individual capability that it has, when you are in a situation where you need to use it, and that's when you go, oh, damn, yes, I'm so happy it has this.
Yeah.
Thank God for that 360 cam. Thank God for that camera. I've used all of these things. As I say, you really need to go off-road to really get the most out of it and to be amazed.
I want you to look in the camera, and I want you to talk to the people who are still on the fence. What would you say to them, man?
Really, if you're interested in a truck, a pickup truck that is, then it's got to be the best.
Yep.
And the best right now is the Ford Raptor, honestly, right now. You've got the performance. It is a super car sort of pace, the acceleration, all that, right? The speed. You've got the looks. It's built tough and all that. It has the technology, right? As we said, it's got the build quality. So having a Raptor opens up your world to more than just driving on the road.
Correct.
You can do a whole new range of new things, activities, experiences.
Thank you so much for the conversation.
Thanks for the time, man.
Thank you so much for sharing so much. And, I wish we got more time, but...
No, next time, I'm bringing you up.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks a lot.
Now, tell me what's your excuse. Before this, some of you were thinking, nah, the car's too big for me. I don't know how to handle it. I don't know whether I can control it. Now you know the adventure is just a click away in the next generation Ford Raptor. What is stopping you? I want you to put in the comments and tell me what would you do if you get your hands on a Ford Raptor. So fill up the comments right now. Next episode, what we're going to discover is the other things that you can do with the next generation Ford Ranger. All the fun things, all right? So don't forget to join us next episode. See you. Brought to you by Sime Darby Auto Connection Ford.